Welcome to this explainer. Today, we are demystifying the highly anticipated specs, pricing, and features of the upcoming Rivian R2. Since the official opening of their online configurator, we finally have the concrete data on exactly what this vehicle brings to the table. And honestly, I am absolutely thrilled to walk you through it.
So the big question, is the R2 the ultimate everyday EV? Let's dive right in and figure out if Rivian's new mass-market vehicle truly balances rugged off-road capability with daily urban agility. Everyone's been wondering if the R2 is just a shrunken-down version of their flagship vehicles or if it represents a totally new paradigm for everyday electric driving. Let's find out.
Here's a quick map of our explainer today. First, we'll cover trims and release strategy. Second, battery, charging, and range. Third, capability and towing power. And fourth, design, tech, and utility.
All right, let's jump straight into Section 1, trims and release strategy.
You know, the sheer spread of options here is actually fascinating. We aren't just looking at one or two standard choices. Right at the top, you've got the R2 Performance Launch Edition starting at $57,990. This is a dual-motor, all-wheel drive absolute beast. It pushes out 656 horsepower and rockets from 0 to 60 in a blazing fast 3.6 seconds, all while maintaining an estimated 330 miles of range. That's serious power. But if you look down at the bottom, you'll see the highly accessible R2 standard base model. It's a single-motor rear-wheel drive setup starting at an incredibly competitive $45,000, still offering over 275 miles of range. It is crystal clear they want an R2 for almost every budget. Just keep in mind, these are base MSRPs, and destination fees will usually add around $1,495 to the final price tag.
Now, Rivian is using a pretty brilliant strategic rollout here. They aren't releasing all of these at once. Instead, they're using a staggered top-down release strategy. So they'll be shipping the highest margin models first, starting with that Performance Launch Edition in spring 2026. From there, they'll gradually step down the ladder through the premium and standard long-range models, finally releasing that budget-friendly $45,000 base model by late 2027. It's a smart business move, really, letting early adopters get the fully loaded experience right out of the gate.
Moving right along to Section 2, battery, charging, and range.
The entire foundation of the R2 is built around an all-new 4695 cylindrical battery cell format. Now, without getting bogged down in all the dense chemistry, these larger cells, which were developed with LG, offer massive improvements in packaging efficiency and thermal management. These feed directly into an 87.9 kilowatt-hour usable battery pack. Basically, that means you're getting consistent, reliable power delivery whether you're just commuting to work or literally climbing a mountain trail.
But for most of us, the crucial point is peace of mind, right? One of the biggest hurdles to EV adoption is range anxiety and finding good charging infrastructure. Well, the R2 completely bypasses that headache because it features a native North American charging standard, or NACS port. This means you have the exact same plug as a Tesla. No clunky adapters needed. You get immediate plug-and-play access to over 21,000 Tesla superchargers across the US and Canada on day one. Game changer.
And hey, when you do have to plug in, you won't be waiting long. Because it supports DC fast charging up to 200 kilowatts, the R2 can go from a 10% to 80% charge in under 30 minutes. Or, looking at it more practically, you can blast 150 miles of range back into the battery in just 15 minutes. That is literally just the time it takes to walk into a rest stop, stretch your legs, grab a quick cup of coffee, and get right back on the highway.
All right, let's shift gears into Section 3, capability and towing power.
While the R2 perfectly retains that iconic, friendly yet rugged Rivian look, its dimensions tell a very different story. The R2 is nearly 2,000 pounds, or about 900 kilograms, lighter than its big brother, the R1S. It is noticeably shorter and a lot narrower. This creates a stark contrast in urban agility. You can actually parallel park this thing in a standard city spot and navigate tight parking garages with ease, all while retaining that commanding, rugged off-road stance we've all come to expect from the brand.
But please, do not let that smaller footprint fool you. It packs a serious punch for weekend warriors. You're getting a best-in-class stance with 9.6 inches of ground clearance, complete with really robust approach and departure angles, and available all-terrain drive modes. And utility? The top tiers feature a maximum towing capacity of up to 4,400 pounds with the optional tow package. And even the entry-level rear-wheel drive model can handle 3,500 pounds. Add in a payload capacity of over 1,100 pounds, and this mid-size SUV is totally ready to haul your gear, your trailer, or your small boat without even breaking a sweat.
Which brings us to the really fun stuff in Section 4,
design, tech, and utility.
Rivian is famous for its clever use of space, and the R2 maximizes absolutely every single square inch for utility. Take the signature rear drop glass. The entire tailgate window lowers completely into the liftgate at just the push of a button. It is perfect for hauling long gear like surfboards or just getting some amazing open-air ventilation. Inside, the rear 40-20-40 split seats fold flat. But here's the absolute kicker. Both of the front seats fold completely flat as well. You literally get a perfectly level surface across the entire cabin. It's amazing for camping under the stars or taking a very aggressive, very comfortable nap away from your boss on your lunch break. Add in dual glove boxes and a spacious front trunk, and you're looking at a massive 90.1 cubic feet of total enclosed storage.
Now, on the tech front, the R2 introduces a massive leap forward with Rivian Autonomy Plus. And guys, this is not just basic cruise control. It's an incredibly robust, advanced edge AI compute system that performs trillions of operations per second. It relies on 11 external cameras and 5 radar modules to provide Level 2 Plus hands-free driving. That means the car handles the steering and speed, but you still need to keep your eyes safely on the road. So what does that actually mean for you? Well, across 3.5 million miles of mapped highways, the vehicle can handle the tedious parts of driving, massively reducing your fatigue on those long road trips.
Now, as you might guess, advanced tech like this usually comes with a bit of a price tag. For most R2 models, Autonomy Plus is going to run you a subscription of $49.99 a month, or you can unlock it permanently for a one-time fee of $2,500. However, those early adopters who snag the Performance Launch Edition get this brilliant software suite entirely for free. That's a huge incentive to get in early on the top-tier model.
Finally, higher trims wrap all of this rugged, tech-forward utility in true premium comfort. Step inside, and you'll find beautiful natural birchwood interior trim along with heated and ventilated seating. On the outside, you get matrix LED headlights equipped with adaptive high beams to intelligently light up the trail or the road. And of course, it just wouldn't be a Rivian without the iconic, rechargeable Rivian Torch flashlight docked right there in the driver's side door panel, always ready to go for when you need it.
So we've seen the 656 horsepower raw speed of the performance trim all the way down to the incredible everyday value of the $45,000 base model. We've explored its fast-charging native NACS battery, its clever fold-flat interior, and its next-gen hands-free driving tech. With all of these options tailoring the vehicle to entirely different lifestyles and budgets, the only real question left to answer is, which version of this electric adventure is going to end up in your driveway? Think about it, and we'll catch you on the next explainer.